What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. These people do not want to hang around white people anymore. Okay? These people seriously don't want to hang around white people, and they don't understand why you want to hang around white people. I've hung around a lot of different kind of white people. All right? And every single time I've hung around these white people, I have always been the main character. Always. Okay? I've always been the center of attention, even if I didn't want to be the center of attention. All right. White folks, in measure, if you take them in doses, can be very fun if you put them in a structured environment. All right. Once you unstructure that shit, you don't know what's going to happen. Okay. You don't know what's going to happen, especially when it gets dark and lasers get involved. Right. Because once white folks dark and lasers get involved, the drugs come out and you really don't know what's going to happen. All right. And these are the good white folk. All right. These are the ones you like. Now, we ain't even talking about the wishy-washy ones or the ones you really don't. We talking about the ones that you like. It's dangerous. It's dangerous hanging out with these folks because even the ones that you like got a parasitic, toxic relationship with you and your people. It's weird, right? It can be highly, if you're bored with your life, right? If you go hang out with one of your white friends, just make sure you got a way to get home yourself, all right? Never not be able to get home yourself when hanging out with your white friends, all right? And always be prepared for everything. Act like you're going out by yourself when you're going out with your white friends. All right. Don't drink anything that you didn't open yourself. All right. And anything that's white and powdery or any other powder, substance, keep away from your skin and your nose. All right. And I'm just saying, just when you take 10 steps, turn around, look behind you. You always got to look behind you and make sure nobody's like you got to do just some shit you got to do to prepare yourself to hang out with white folks. Right. You ain't got to do none of that with black folks. Like when you hang with black folks, you can just relax, right? But when you hang out with white folks, you got to prepare yourself, like going on a mission. All right. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about what these individuals got to say in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. All right. Tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.
And another motherfucking thing, why I got you hard-headed motherfucking hoes. Listen, let me tell you something, bitch. I don't know what these crackers is doing to y'all motherfucking heads, bitch, that got y'all so in tune with them motherfuckers where you want to be around those motherfuckers. I don't know if they got cracker dust sprinkling over your head, bitch, if they got white magic they putting on you, bitch, got some type of spells on you, whole bitch, some wizard cracker shit. I don't know what they doing, but I'm really, really enamored by the fact that you motherfuckers just cannot leave them motherfuckers alone. Like, you motherfuckers be handing out them honorary nigga badges for the bare motherfucking minimum with them motherfucking crackers, bitch. Anything they do, learn a rap song, oh, you a nigga, huh? Play basketball well, you're a nigga, huh? Grew up in the hood and they're a product of their environment, you're a nigga. Like, y'all be handing out this dumb shit left and right and left, and then you be all upset when they gathered up in your shit, bitch, taking over your spaces, bitch, gentrifying your shit, whole turning your beloved neighborhood, bitch, into white cracker city. Y'all let these European Americans get away with bloody motherfucking murder. Bloody, bitch, but let it be a nigga who did the same thing to you, bitch. You ready to pick up your gun and bang bang. I wish I had that same motherfucking energy for these crackers, bitch. And this is why our children are dying by the hands of crackerzoids. Y'all invite them into our spaces. Y'all too motherfucking friendly. I was just sitting here myself said, what? Why these motherfuckers always want to be in a cracker presence? Why y'all always want to be nice to them? Won't you start treating them the way they fucking treat you? To they motherfucking face. Okay, so... a white bitch could never. Y'all don't see that hit me. Back to my motherfucking story. Leave these crackers alone. Treat these motherfuckers how they treat you, bitch. If they touch yours, you touch two of theirs. Eye for an eye, bitch. Or eye for eyes. I don't give a fuck what you want to do. But y'all gotta level out this playing field, bitch. Y'all too timid for me. Y'all too timid. Too timid on these motherfucking crackers, but you real big and beastly on your own race. Get it together. I know you fucking lying, son. See, I don't burn. This give me energy. I know that's right.
I want to make this abundantly fucking clear. My disdain for whiteness does not come from individualism. I don't sit here and I don't look at white people and I say, I don't like you because you're white. I just know they're going to come for me and I'm not going to stop. So it's a balance. And it comes from a lifelong experience in different spaces and experiencing the same fucking thing. I moved from Flint, Michigan to New York City when I was 18 years old, off of an acceptance to a performance college for acting, to study acting. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't know much. So I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to try to learn things. And I'm grateful for the things that I learned. But the experience really fucking sucked. Because you want to know what, bitch? It was times where I felt so embarrassed because I am who I am. For the way I talk, my vernacular, all these different things. And I didn't know sometimes like people was laughing at me. Had to take a breather. And so people was laughing and they were like, oh, it's the way you say it. It's how you are. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, but this is me. And it wasn't any spaces really carved out for us. It wasn't power. It wasn't insecure. It wasn't all these screen time and all these different things. It was this huge gap between the movies that we saw growing up, like Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning. And so I got out of that space and I was like, okay, I'm going to go into comedy. I really love comedy. Experienced it in improv, experienced it in stand-up. And then if it wasn't that, it was sexism. And racism is not loud. Racism is quiet. It ignores you or it gets close to you to see what you're doing. What is that it factor about you so I can steal it? Because what was one of the things we was taught in acting school? Steal. Because it looks different on you. Right. And it was so many times, New York is coined as the melting pot. It doesn't matter. You know how many times that people, and I was very pro-black being from Michigan, but it was so many times where people were like, are you Dominican? Are you Blasian? And if I hated myself, I could have been like, yeah, I'm just mixed with black. I never turned on myself because I'm black, bitch. I said that in school. So, now you know. And this is my art. And this is what my art is predicated on. And I love it. And I'm going to keep fucking going.
This is horrible to say, but black people don't hang out with groups of white people on your own. Whether it's on a boat, at a party, at a slumber party, with a bunch of your friends. Just don't do it alone. Unfortunately, you gotta hang out in groups because there are some bad people out there. There are some not bad people out there, but number one is your safety. And just don't do it. And who cares if it hurts somebody's feelings? And it, like I said, this is horrible that I have to say this. But it seems as if for your safety, you should think twice about doing that kind of stuff. Just some input on my end.
This is going to be a hot take, and it's either going to get me canceled or people are going to be like, you're right. So here we go. I'm just going to say it. Black people have got to stop hanging out with groups of white people. And I mean that. If you're going to be the only black person in that group, go home. Go home. Because these days, you just can't trust white people anymore. Obviously. It happens time and time and time again. You see one black person hanging out with their group of white friends, and they're like, oh, I've known these guys for forever. We grew up with them. I'm the only black person in the high school or something like that. Especially down here in the South, okay? Down here in the South. Obviously, we realize that these pieces of crap, the white people, will turn on you. They will turn on you quick. So not only do y'all have to be worried about the police, now you need to be worried about your group of white friends that you grew up with. And am I saying every white person's like that? No, obviously not. Okay, but better be safe than sorry, right? And that's a shame. But I just keep seeing it happen. And like over the past, like, you know what, 2 or 3 years, especially, if you know what I'm talking about, people have just gotten louder and prouder about it. So really it all boils down to like a lack of empathy these days. That's a whole nother subject though. But yeah, and don't come for me about my hair. I just got them running 5 miles.
It is a privilege as a white person to not notice that white supremacy is still a thing, that it's ingrained into every part of our society. But once you wake up to that as a white person, you start to not trust other white people. You start to not feel comfortable around other white people because the majority of other white people have not done the same work that you have done to dismantle the white supremacy in their mind, the racism that exists in their mind. You know that the second you bring up racism around them, they're going to kind of shut down. Or they're going to get defensive. They're going to say, well, people are racist towards white people. The conversation is going to get nowhere, and you're going to see that they are also upholding this white supremacy. Why do I want to associate with somebody like that? Or why do I want to associate with somebody who could say something racist, and then when I call them out on that, they play victim. They say, oh, I wasn't being racist. I didn't mean it that way, blah, 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 blah. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, you're right. I said something racist. Let me acknowledge that. Let me do better. I just don't want to be around these kinds of people. Like, that's exhausting. It's exhausting to have these conversations that get absolutely nowhere, where they essentially are laughing at you, and white people will other white people that are doing this work. So now you're seen as lesser. Now you're being treated as lesser. I don't want to be around people that treat me as lesser because I don't agree with racism, because I want to see change. It's just that there's such a small minority of white people that are doing the work. And my odds of coming across one of you just going out and about are very, very slim. And I kind of just want to keep to myself because I should feel comfortable around you. I should be able to trust that you're not going to slip up and say something racist. I just don't want any part in people that are not healing. We're at a different wavelength and our conversations are not going to get anywhere, no matter how many facts I give you, no matter how much education I've put into this. In life, I felt like I want to save the world. I want to fix people. And that's just not how I want to experience every single day of my life. Sometimes I need to be able to just relax. It's just a very weird experience to not feel comfortable around people that look like you. And honestly, it's depressing. It's frustrating. I think the more wisdom you have, the more you just want to keep to yourself or just be around other like-minded individuals. I just don't have the energy. I use my account to educate people, but I can't in my everyday life just be around these types of people. I'm on here to hopefully wake people up because we need more white people that get it. But in my everyday life, I don't often come across white people that get it.
And I know this one's probably going to ruffle some feathers, but I don't give a fuck. I don't allow my black son to hang out with all white boys. I just don't. There has to be at least one Negro there because my son works with a lot of white boys, and he was like, can I go hang out with them? You know, he'll be 18 in May, but he was like, can I go hang out with them at such and such? I said, who are all gonna be there? And I was like, and what are they? And then I was like, ain't no black. No, you're not going. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if somebody thinks that's racist. My son won't be hanging out with all white boys. No. My son is not even, my son is damn near dark skinned. Obviously my older son. So no, you're not going to be hanging out with all white boys. I just don't trust this shit. I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't care. My protection for my son doesn't override your fucking feelings or people's feelings about how I feel about it. Like, especially that story about that lady who went to that sleepover and she passed away or whatever, and it's still like a mystery. No, we're not doing that because I need you to at least take one of your black friends with you. I'm just saying.
As a white individual, I don't even hang out with white people like that. Anytime a group of Caucasians have accumulated in a designated area, something bad's going to happen. And as a black person or a person of color, you don't need to be there. You don't. White people aren't safe. If you are the only black individual in that friend group, you don't need to be in that friend group. Get the fuck out of that friend group. What happened to Nolan Wells could happen to you. And I don't care how much evidence that law enforcement agency covers up and hides. If they classify him as a suicide or an accidental death, we all know that his friends, his supposed friends, they murdered him.
There are so many black individuals who recently have been classified as suicides. We all know that they were lynched. Why? Because white people did something terrible and the law enforcement agency covered that shit up. Stop hanging out with white people. We are not safe. And unfortunately, under this administration, white individuals who have racist tendencies and who are racist, they feel emboldened enough that they know that they are going to get away with it. Stop hanging out with white people. Stop doing it. And trust me, I'm not offended if you are a black individual and you don't come near me and talk to me or any of that. You don't need to give me your time. Trust me, while I know I am a safe individual, you don't know I'm a safe individual. And while I try my best to outwardly say I am a safe individual, plenty of racist people say the same thing, and look how it ends up. Stop trusting white people.
As a black person who grew up in predominantly white neighborhoods, I'm gonna say this: there is no building community with white people, because white people don't want you to be yourself. They want you to assimilate. They want you to be many versions of them and their community. They want you to show up in the world as they show up. They have a position for you already, and they want you to play that position and role, because that's what they do. I always say this on my page, that whiteness is about assimilation. Whiteness is about maintaining order. It's about keeping face, maintaining the hierarchical balance. Like, that's what they care about. So even white people feel this. Like, this is why gender politics is so important to them. The LGBTQ is so important to them, because that is the only escape that they have from the white normatives. Other than that, they're expected to behave and perform and exist in a certain way in the world. There is no freedom amongst white people. White people are not free. They're just not subjected to systemic violence, but they are not free. Are very much enslaved by the system of whiteness. So it's hard to be a black person, make community with white people, unless you want to be white. Like, genuinely, unless you want to behave like white people, dress like white people, show up in the world like white people, it's impossible to make community with white people. And they will judge you and ostracize you for not conforming. There are penalties to pay for not performing whiteness, always.
No, I'm not. I'm a straight white male.
This nigga is serious.
Yep, time to go. That motherfucker coming over here. Ooh, shit. Hey, Carlo, bitch, look behind you. Ooh, shit, motherfucker.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.